In this video, I'm going to show you how to create this thermal style color effect using the inverse effect. So if you want to begin, we're going to go to the video effects folder, open up the channel folder, and find the invert effect. You can also just search invert, and we're going to drag that onto the clip. By default, it'll invert the red, green, and blue color channels. So we get this flipping of kind of dark to light red to blue happening. However, there's a drop-down menu in the effects control panel that allows us to invert all different individual color channels and different parameters such as lightness, saturation, luminance, or even the alpha overall shape of the image. So for this kind of style of color, I'm going to choose to invert the green. So that'll give us an inverted green color channel. And another thing that you can do just kind of for perspective is in the Lumetri scopes. You can open those and you can kind of see what happens when we invert things. For example, if I pull this out here, put it on the side. The scopes are just giving us information about the darkness, the lightness, and the different color channels in the image. So you can see when I don't have that inverted. This is what this image looks like. Got a lot of highlight. But when I invert it, you can see it just takes those color channels and flips them, giving us this kind of purple and green look typically. And the cool part is we can stack this effect. So if I copy and paste that invert right now, it just flipped the green back over, but I can actually invert a different color channel next. So I can invert the red, or in this case, for the thermal look, we're going to invert the HALS, which is the hue, lightness, and saturation. So you can see what that does is it creates another kind of inversion, giving us this more blue, yellow, green look that's reminiscent of a thermal camera or kind of looks more iridescent looking. And the other thing that you can play around with invert is the blending with the original. So you can choose how much that invert actually blends if you want to kind of soften the invert a little bit. And the only reason I have the scopes open is just so you can kind of visually see what's happening as we invert different things. So you can play around with different combinations and stacks. I just use these to get this cool kind of thermal look. But realistically, you can stack it multiple times. Just remember, if you invert something twice the same way, you're just kind of flipping it back to normal. It's like flip horizontal twice. But that's essentially how to create this invert effect. So if you enjoyed this tutorial, thank you so much for watching. Subscribe here on YouTube, and I'll see you over in the next video.